Hello everybody, Floppy Hat Photos back here again for our random rant, and today's random rant is going to be about the dealings with AAA having a car towed in to a repair shop for me. And it was rather interesting. My day overall kind of had a couple things go a little weird. I had my front end go out of my truck. It was making some weird noise. I think a brake caliper might have come loose or something. I didn't really have time to mess with it, so I actually limped it back home myself. I didn't call AAA. I almost pulled over and called AAA. Super glad I did not do that, because I think once I convinced myself to stop and it wasn't safe to drive, I would not have drove it again once and how long it took. So ironically though, went ahead and got it to the shop. Actually I got it home, all that kind of stuff. Went to go out to do some errands and stuff. Had to go buy some things I was going to shop with in the truck. Didn't happen. Jumped in my Ford Taurus. Drove out to the local Walmart, which is less than 2 miles away, not a big deal. Got there, went inside, came back out, and the damn thing wouldn't start. I had jumper cables, had a guy stop by, try to jump me, wouldn't start, so the starter's out of it. It's been acting up a couple times lately, where we do that weird kind of hard starting when it was hot, and it was like it was, I don't know, vapor locking almost kind of thing. So went ahead, just clicks over. So the solenoid or the starter's out of it, one of the two. Not a big deal. We got AAA. I also have my own car trailer and stuff, which I actually have behind me right now, which is why I didn't want to deal with all, because I'm heading down to go buy myself a new van. And basically, I went ahead and said, heck with it. So I called AAA and said, hey, pay for this, have it towed in. Here's the place. I didn't know where I wanted to take it exactly. I knew where I needed to go, didn't know exactly the address for it, the physical address. And AAA people are local, small town people. You got 2,500 people in town. You can say, take it to Georgia's shop out there on the west side of town. They know where Georgia's shop on the west side of town is. People in, Chicago or Nebraska, or it has the big cities and stuff, where they get this, they don't know where the West End Georgia shop is, because they're not from here, and they don't realize the local tow truck driver is going to know that. So I said, I will have an actual physical 911 address for you by the time the driver gets here. Not a big deal. So they sit there, set up and hold for probably, 15 minutes or so. Come back and then told they're going to let me go, and I'll have a supervisor call me within 15 minutes with an ETA. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. I'll figure out when they'll get here when they call back. So instead of waiting around there, and I know because the local tow service lost their contract with AAA over, I believe it was $1 per tow is what I was told. That they wanted $1 more per tow. AAA wasn't going to pay it, which I'm fine with, because the fact that it's a national, we pay the same everywhere. Just because you're the only dog in town doesn't mean you're worth an extra, more money than anybody else in Chicago or that kind of thing. So went ahead and said to heck with it. I was like, no big deal. I knew it'd be a while, and I was not that far away, so I actually ended up just hitchhiking a ride back home, which AAA has a big giant policy. You're not allowed to leave your vehicle and so on and so forth, because they just don't want you showing up. Let's say your buddy's, because it tows any car, not just your own. So let's say your buddy's car breaks down. They don't want you, saying, hey, what time will the tow truck be there? Oh, 45 minutes. Okay, then you head over that way and meet them there, and it actually wasn't what you were in. So not the case for me. Not an issue. Said to heck with it. Still haven't heard nothing at this point. Got a ride home. Went ahead, took my truck out to the shop, because now I have a truck and a car both out of commission. I have one van, and like I said, I'm heading down to pick up a new van today. So I wanted to make sure I got them both in the shop as soon as I possibly could. So I went ahead and said to heck with it, and basically headed down on that process, and threw the pedal bike in the back of the truck, took the truck down to the shop, dropped it off, rode the pedal bike home, and was actually back to my house on the pedal bike before I got the call from the first person asking for the address where the car needed to go. And that was, I believe, like 46 minutes to an hour after the first phone call. I finally got the call back, and I said, okay, here's the 911 address. No big deal. And they're like, well, you gotta wait with the car, yada yada. And I said, it's fine. What's the ETA? When's the driver gonna be here? We don't know yet. We still haven't found anybody that will come to you. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, no big deal. And the very first call went out at 4:06 or 4:09. I don't remember exactly. I could look it up. But 4:06 and 4:09. I don't remember which. I think it was 6. And now I'm over an hour into this. Haven't heard nothing. So I'm like, okay, la-da. They still think I'm out in a car at 85 degrees sitting in a Walmart parking lot with no shade, which is ridiculous. So I'll get out. Finally, after about another hour, I call them. Nothing. I find nobody knows what the heck's going on. They're like, well, we're working on it. I kept seeing that somebody dropped the ball, but I'm on the case. I'll solve this. I'll get this solved. Don't hear nothing. Finally, finished stuff. I call back. I'm like, hey, what the hell? I'm like, this is ridiculous stuff. And I'm like, this is absolutely crazy. And ironically, I'm like, okay, it's rather. Oh, actually, I got a call. I take it back. I did get a call back that said, I'm now in your case, but I know nothing about what's going on, and I don't know why we screwed up so bad. but I have no more information. I'm just telling you I'm on the case. I said, stop bugging me until you have something. I'm literally all sweaty. I've been doing stuff. I was working my van again, getting ready for this trip today. Was going to take a truck brake went out, so I'm on van now, no big deal. Nothing to do with AAA there. But I went ahead and said, heck, that I need a shower, but I don't want to miss the phone call because AAA is bad about if they call you back and they miss you. They're like, well, they assumed you got rescued and they just drop everything and they'd let it go, which is crap. So went ahead and I'm out there kind of waiting around forever and ever and ever trying to figure it all out. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I went ahead and said, heck with it. From there, I finally said to hell with it after about 3 hours, I think, probably somewhere in that ballpark range, 3 hours plus. I got on Twitter and started tweeting out about it. I sent a couple things out, and I wasn't like bashing them and stuff. Just kind of said, hey, it's been 3+ hours now, still don't know a damn thing, yada yada. And then ironically, within 20 minutes, I have a phone call from a supervisor. And I'm like, isn't this, interesting way they do business? Apparently they don't give a damn about the customers that are actually, paying their salary and, basically as subscribers since 2004 to their service and all that kind of stuff. And I'm looking at literally 11 years. I've been with this company nonstop for 11 years now and never had treated like this at all. 15 minutes on social media because they care more about public perception than what they do about the actual clientele that is a client of theirs. So finally get a phone call from the supervisor and say they're going to take care of it, blah, blah. And I finally just said, I don't know what it's going to be. We're talking another couple hours maybe. We don't have a clue. It's getting late. I have other things in my life I got to do. I still need to get showered. I got to get ready for today's trip. And I said, I own my own trailer. I own my own, tow, my 1-ton van, all kind of stuff. What will you give me if I just go pick it up myself? Because obviously I've already done with this crap. I could have done that earlier today. I was waiting for you to come pick it up. And she's like, oh, we can give you a $10 gift card. I'm like, what? Actually, they give me a gift card to a gas station. It'd have to be a gas card to a station we don't have anywhere near me. And then the other station is the one, the gas station is owned by the company, I think it was, I don't remember what it was now, whatever brand, Phillips 66 or whoever it was, or whatever I think it was, they are the ones who used to have the AAA towing that I have dropped all with because I don't want to deal with them because it's all in fact, they're over $1. They're going to screw us all over. It ain't worth it. So I went ahead and said to heck with it, let the thing go a little bit there, and I'm like, just find me. I'm like, I'm not, they only offered me a Target card, I guess. And I'm like, I'm not going to go, it's an hour one way, so I'm 2 hours out, to go out and get something at Target. I haven't bought anything at Target in literally 11 months since I've purchased anything at Target. And I'm like, it isn't worth it. I'll have more than that gas in the hassle factor, just come get my car. So I went ahead and said to heck with it, back and forth and stuff. Finally got off the phone. Finally got a call back again, and I had an ETA of like 10 o'clock, 10:15, something like that. 9:45 to 10:15 is when it was. I'm like, okay, no big deal. 4:06 was when I made my first phone call. So we're now looking at 6+ hours when I had the car finally loaded up. I drove back out to Walmart, met the tow truck driver, awesome guy. The dude was a beast. He was super nice, super cordial. The one thing he did tell me, which I found was really interesting, I believe he said he had a call earlier in the day, and he was painting cars. They own a body shop / tow service. And he basically said, I can't make the tow right now. I'm literally in the middle of painting cars. But if you need me, I will do it as soon as I'm free, which would be, half an hour, whatever it be. 3 hours later, he gets a second phone call back from saying, hey, we need to go pick this car up. And I'm like, really? So there was 3 hours? He goes, yeah, there's a good 2 hours easily after I was free that I already went home. He got cleaned up, all that kind of stuff, and then had to come back out, which is also a pain in the butt for that man, because he could have left in his work clothes, not went home, not had the whole cleanup hassle factor in the time frame, and just went over and got me. So that right there, neither one, it was just dropped the ball all the way around. The tow truck guy was amazing. Super nice guy, super cordial, helped him put straps up, kind of stuff. I've done that kind of thing before, not a big deal. Really nice guy. He shook my hand, happy, to do business with him any day of the week, ever again, no problem at all. So definitely super excited about the service I received once I received it. But the call center, the queue, whatever you want to call it, you're in the line of people getting helped, was horrendous. It was absolutely just crap all the way down through. It was the worst service I've ever had from AAA in my life. I mean, absolutely just horrendous. So definitely not a big fan. And I was also informed, the woman kind of made it like it was a big deal, like this won't count as one of my 4 uses a year. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I guess apparently I only have 4 tows a year, which I've never used. I think I've used 2 is the most I've ever used in a year. And I usually am using at least 1 service every year, which is why I keep renewing it. But it's the simple fact that she basically was like, I don't know, it was like she was trying to punish me. Like, I never knew I had 4 services. I don't think I'd ever need to know. I can't imagine being towed more than 4 times a year. But I found it rather ironic that she was telling me about something she was not going to hold against me which not holding this tow against me after 6 hours of not towing me, it was super nice to the fact that all it did was piss me off, made me feel like I was getting like told about a service or a limitation on there that I never knew I had. So why she felt the need to call and bring that up, I have no damn clue. So rather interesting, that whole fact. I don't know, I was very unsatisfied with the lack of letting me know what was going on. Even just a simple text message come back saying, hey, we haven't forgot about you, but we've contacted 4 people, nobody's answering their phones, or they're busy, or their truck's broke, or whatever the heck it is. Something to let me know. And I even offered, I'm like, take $20 off, take something off next year's bill. I'll go tow my own car in. I'll waste the gas, the time. So you figure by the time I wrench it up on your stuff, I'm going to be a good hour and a half. It's not easy to winch a car up with the come along, I'll be an hour and a half out on this damn thing, and an hour and a half ain't shit for $20 off my next year's bill, which also encourages and proves the fact I still believe in your service. Give me a chance to try and solve this and make me a happier customer next time, but nope, just basically told me to go pound sand as a gift card or nothing. So I don't know what that was all about. Makes no sense when you can give somebody a discount to purchase your service next year, but they won't do it. Makes no sense at all. I would have paid them right then on the credit card even. Here's my credit card, give me next year's service for this much discount. But nope, didn't want to do that either. So I got no clue. I have been tweeted by corporate and that a couple times. They want me to like personal message them so they can try and contact me to figure this stuff out. And I can't direct message them because they don't follow me, whatever. And I've told them that, and I'm waiting for them to hear back. So we'll have to see what happens. Apparently, it sounds like this world today, unfortunately, if you want results, talking to real people, that isn't going to help you. Go to Facebook, go to Twitter, go to YouTube, whatever. And Twitter's the quickest one. I don't do Facebook. That's the only thing I have with Twitter. And YouTube, like this, is way too damn slow. So I got to say, the tow truck driver, phenomenal. Honestly, a beast of a guy. Absolutely great guy. I would tell you his name and where he's out of. I don't know his towing service. I didn't write that down. I should have. I think it was Rick something there out of, it don't matter. But anyway, great guy. Awesome service. I've only had one crappy tow truck driver over all the years with AAA and different things and stuff. And the guy was just he reeked of weed. I think he was drunk too. He smelled like alcohol. His truck was just pouring hydraulic fluid out. That was a whole different mess. He was just a piece of crap and bitched the whole time about how they only made like $12 to come out and change a tire and stuff. It was just absolutely just horrendous. He was bitching because my van was a 1-ton and they don't get paid for big trucks. I'm like, 1-ton's not a big truck. It's a van still. It's still commercial. It's still, civilian car and stuff. And I was like, what the hell? I even tipped the guy and he was still a dick about it. And I was just like, whatever. So anyway, that's all I got for now. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.